Good morning, class. Today's topic is on soils, and we are going to touch on Fiji's soil, how it is formed, and how it is utilized. Before going on to this topic, I'd like to recap on the previous lesson what we did. Can someone tell me what we did in our last class? Yes, we studied about tectonic plates. Tectonic plates. What are tectonic plates? Tectonic plates are plates which divides boundaries, which is underground. And how it works? It works with the geothermal effect. How it affects the countries? By volcanic eruptions. While it moves, it produces tsunami and big tidal waves. Where does Fiji sit on the plate, on the tectonic plate? It sits on the Pacific Rim of Fire, right? And what is the relationship between relief and soils? Since we have done relief, what is the relationship between relief and soil? Relief is a common factor which contributes the formation of soil. Thank you. Okay, moving on to the topic, which is soil. How can we define soil? Soil is a natural surface layer that contains living matter and can support plants and animals. So when we talk about soils, we definitely talk about plants and animals. What is the relationship between plants and animals and soils? The relationship is very strong because when there is no soil, there won't be any plant or animals to feed on. Okay. There are 5 factors which affect the formation of soil, and these are climate, organisms, relief, parent material, and time. A real life example would be the recent volcanic eruption in Tonga. What happened to that particular island? Okay, when that particular volcanic eruption happened underwater, it created a new land. How it was created? Because all the matter from the underground sea, it erupted, which formed a new island. When a volcanic eruption happens, the material which comes out from that eruption is very fertile. So all the minerals and all the mineral which is there underground, it comes up. It comes up onto the topsoil, which makes the soil very fertile. Okay, climate. Climate, when there is too much rain or when there is when there is no rain, then the soil texture changes. So when there is a lot of rain, what happens to the soil? It washes away. It washes away. And when there is no rain, what happens? When there is no rain, what happens is there is a lot of sunshine. So there is no moisture in the soil. So the plants will not be able to get moisture. So it changes the consistency of the soil. Organisms. How does organisms help in formation of soil? Organisms. Those are little organisms. An example would be earthworms. What does earthworm do? Earthworms, caterpillar, so they feed on to leaves, and what happens to the leaves? It decays, it forms soil which goes underground. So what does earthworm do? Earthworm, they feed on to these nutrients and make holes and stay in the soil. So what about the holes which they make? It make the holes for the air to penetrate, so the air flows from in and out. Then we have relief. Relief is the general makeup of an area, just like Uh, we take an example of Vitilevu. Vitilevu is a very high rugged island which is divided into two parts, central and western. So when we look at to the relief, there are so many high volcanic mountains in this region, in the central region, and when there is flow of air, the trade winds, the southeast trade winds, when it flows from southeast direction, it moves up, it carries all the moisture from the sea, and it drops as rain in the central division. And what happens to the air the other side, in the western side? So it travels at a rate with warm air. So there is less rain in part of Fiji, that's western division, and we have more rain in parts of central division. So the soil formation is affected by that too. Parent material is weathering. That's what I have said. Weathering, when there is too much rain, when there is too much sunshine, it really affects the formation of soil. Moving on to time. Yes, time. When we talk about time takes it takes a lot of time to make soil. When parent material or the humus, the grass, they decay, it takes time for it to get humus into the form of humus, and then it turns into soil. Okay, can anyone okay, we'll look at to the soil horizon. Has anyone seen the four portions of soil horizon? The portion A, which is topsoil, the top layer, rotting plants, organic and finely weathered rock. Then we have little organic material, partially weathered rock. C is partially weathered bedrock, and D is bedrock. Bedrock, why it is called bedrock? Because the formation is very hard over there. It's already formed. When we look at part C, partially weathered rock, there is weathering take place, but at a very minimum speed. So that's the horizon, soil horizon. Note that in your book. Anyone has seen this horizon while you are digging soil, while you are farming? Yes, you must have seen. So there are four classifications of it. Okay, how does climate change affect soil formation? When there is a lot of rain or when there is no rain. So those two impacts are from climate change. Climate change is not just rising sea level. It happens like El Nino. El Nino, when there is a rapid dry season, when there is no rain. It's the impact of climate change. So when there is an El Nino, there is no rain. So will there be any formation of soil? No. When we talk about good soils and moderate soil, good soil is found mostly in the central part of Viti level and Vanuatu, and the moderate soil is found in western side of Viti level. Why? Because there is less rain that side and more rain this side. Okay, everybody must have got a map with you, this map. So what I want you to do is you are going to fill this map, and there are four questions which you need to locate over here. And don't forget the main point of mapping, which is the north point. It carries 1 mark. So basically you are going to locate areas of soil erosion, windward side and leeward side of Viti level, southeast trade winds, rice and sugarcane farming areas. that was the end of our class. To conclude, just recapping on the main points what we have discussed today. What are the points that we discussed on making of soil? There are 5 features: relief, climate, weathering, what else? Organisms, yes, and parent material. Very good. When you go home, please get a bottle, and I want you to go and make a soil profile. A soil profile will have 4 layers. 4 layers. So the bottom layer will have a lot of rocks, and then we have alluvial soil, then loamy, clay, and then on top bed mass, the humus. Now I will give time for you to do your mapping, which will be collected after the class. Thank you.